Hello and welcome, I'm Diversi, and today we're going to go over the patch 6.7 information. This is Arcane Returns. So for this we have Thresh, who now has a full constellation. He was in the game before, only had his 3-star. He's really hard to play without Oath of Guardians, but if you have Oath of Guardians he's really good. Build would be Oath of the Guardians into Star Gems. That is an epic relic. So when we're playing without epics, he is kind of bad. And we also have Mel, who is new to Legends of Runeterra. We'll look over her in a little bit. For the patch notes, I don't normally read these, but we do have the Legends of Arcane event that has come back. And if you've done it in the previous event, you'll have the nodes unlocked, but there are new rewards and stuff to do. So all of that progress has been reset, which is good because it gives you something to do. And then apparently they've added voiceovers for Warwick and Bessa and Fiddlesticks, and they have, I guess, region-specific level up animations. I haven't looked at it, and they're going to give them new follower cards. I think Ambessa's fine, honestly. Rictus is a new card and it's awesome. In other news, we have a new battle pass as per usual. You get free Thresh fragments, which is much less exciting than if you got free Mel fragments. And then, it's a battle pass. It does battle pass things. You get 20 Mel fragments at 190. And then, you get your normal Nova shards. And some wild fragments. But yeah, if you like spending $10 to support the game, and you can afford the $10 to support the game, these are a pretty good value. That's the word I'm looking for. And, you get a lot out of it, in my opinion. In the store, we have the Battle Pass, of course, and we have the Celebration Bundle. So for Mel, this is... you get Serene Brilliance, which is the pay-to-win epic relic. You also have the 3 Spirit Forges to go with it and some greater cosmic blessings. This, I usually buy these. I always buy these, not usually. And you also get fragments. So it basically lets you get to 3 stars minus the unlock. If you buy the battle pass, you'd have 100. And lets you get to 3 stars, and then you also have the ability to unlock all the epics. And then you have the 4 and 5 star bundle. These give you more fragments and the things that you need to get to 4 and 5 star. I do not usually purchase these. They're pretty expensive. And Thresh is the same, has the same bundles, except you get Soul Lantern for Thresh instead, and obviously you get Shadow Isles currency instead of Noxus? Yeah, instead of Noxus. So, yeah. That's the thing you can buy if you want, and if you don't want, don't. I think this is new. I would probably not buy this. If you're like desperate for a PNZ Nova Crystal, $60. And you do get like a bunch of gold vaults, so if you don't have a lot of champion progress, that would give you a lot of champion progress for sure. But, I don't know, $60 is a lot of dollars. And I think that's new though, I don't think I've seen that before. And then we still have all the old stuff that I do not buy. For relics, we have Serene Brilliance. Power game start, grant a random spell from your deck with an item with -1 cost and draw 1, create 4 copies of it in your deck. So, that's worded weird. I think it just gives a spell in your deck, -1 cost and draw 1, and creates 4 copies of it. That could be pretty good. I think it's maybe useful on a lot of different champions. Not sure exactly who. Maybe someone like Varus would get really good value out of it, where reducing costs of spells in his deck makes him more consistent, and also turning them into cantrips would be good as well. A cantrip is when you play it and then you draw 1 back. And then Thresh's relic is Soul Lantern, gives you Tough and Spell Shield. Those are both... I mean, Spell Shield is good, Tough is... it never hurts, but it's not like game breaking usually. And then attack if I'm Thresh, summon an attacking ephemeral copy of a champion in your deck with less power. I think that's going to be really fun. You can play Thresh on like round 2, and then, yeah, just summoning random champions just seems like fun, especially if you're using Oath of Guardians, which you should be using if you're playing Thresh, and of course you would if you have it. But on play, shuffle 5 level 2 champions into your deck and double their stats, and draw one of them. So being able to just pull random level 2 champions out when you attack will be very, very strong. And this is the build you would go with. I haven't figured out the builds for free-to-play 5-star yet, so I'm still working on that. I was having a lot of trouble yesterday, but we'll get around to it eventually. Might take until the weekend to figure it out. We'll see. I'm gonna do Mel first. For Thresh's Constellation, we have star power is Savor the Scream. Grant a random ally +1/+1 for each ally that died last round, as well as their keywords. And then come out and play is +1 mana. Thresh costs 1 less for each ally that has died this game. This gets Thresh down in cost really quickly. So he's actually really easy to play as a low-cost champion, even though he costs 5 naturally. Savor the Screams 2 is the 3-star power round start. Grant a random ally +1/+1 for each unit that died last round. So that's unit instead of ally, it includes your opponents. And his 4-star is Soul Hunt. Game start, summon a Warden's Prey. 5-star is Mana Flow, get a Mana Gem. The 6-star is Dark Passage. When an ally dies, grant allied champions everywhere +1/+1. I don't know how good this is. It's probably not bad. I think you'd probably average like +5/5 on your Thresh, like at the maybe like +3 at the time that you play him, and then that would increase over time. It's gonna make Thresh into just like a giant statted unit that gets to attack and win the game, and then I guess if you level up, you also get to do that with your support champion, and if you have the epic relic, when you attack, you're going to summon something that's also going to inherit those boosts, and those ephemeral allies are going to die, and that's going to go into a chain. So it's probably very strong. That would be my guess. Bonus star, Star Bounty, 10x itself 4 regen. That's good because Thresh can be a little slow. Even though you can play him quickly, actually winning the game can be difficult. Star of Legends, your support champions have Immortal, so that gives them Deathless. That Deathless, if they die, will carry over onto other units from his 3-star power, so eventually everything might just have Immortal. Or Deathless, I guess. Warden's Prey has Shadow Totem, that just means that another unit is dying, which is good. Star of Discovery, his followers have Bounty Board. That is also nice. It's just putting a lot of units on the board that can die. Vile Feast has Draw Unit, that's always nice. And of course you have your Gemstone powers, which aren't real and don't exist. Let's look at his actual constellation though, see how it works out. So his Star of Bounty is there, 1-star, 2-star, 3-star. His 4-star is out of the way, so it's not blocking anything. The 5-star is also out of the way. Stars are all in a good position. The 6-star is blocking your gemstone powers, which I think is fine. And the last gemstone power. A blind. One, 2, 3. Okay, the last one is behind the 4-star. Also fine. Actually pretty accessible. I would rate this like an A, maybe an S on accessibility. Not sure what the picture is supposed to look like. I guess this is his chain thing and his claw. Yeah, I don't know. but pretty accessible. So that's actually really nice. Really happy for them for doing that. Now we go over to Mel. We look at their constellation. So Mel's constellation is just Mel, which is fine. We like those outlines. The 1-star power is when you kill a unit with a spell, deal 1 to all enemies and the enemy nexus. This is probably not boosted by Luden's Tempest or Big Guns, because it probably isn't considered a skill. But you'll probably be using one of those anyway. Strength and Strategy is the 2-star plus 1 mana. When you play a damaging spell, increase the damage dealt by other copies of it by 1. So obviously this plays in very well with the Epic Relic, where you get 4 extra copies of a spell, and then you also draw. So this should be good. Maybe a thing where you could do this with like warning shots, and then like Guardian Angel. Is when you deal damage with it, you increase copies of it everywhere. You could play 4. So let's say the first one does 1 damage, and you do 2, 3, and 4. So every time you play Mel, you would be doing 10 damage with like double Dreadway Chase Gun. Could be good. And then the next time, like let's say she dies and Guardian Angel revives her, we would be up to 5, 6, 7, 8. I should not do math in front of people. 11, 18, 26. So you have 36 damage if you can get Mel out twice, which isn't very hard. Huh. That seems maybe very interesting. And then if you play a second copy of Mel, then it would be even more damage. I think I'm gonna try that later. Sacrifice for Progress 2. When you kill a unit with a spell, deal 2 to all enemies and the enemy nexus. Gem crafting. When you play a spell, grant a random ally in hand +1/+1. And a flow, get a mana gem. And 6 stars when you play a spell, create a fleeting copy of it in hand once per spell each round. I think Mel's going to be really good. Star of Bounty is 10 Nexus health, 100 gold. Star of Legends is your support champions have a focusing crystal. Sounds like you're going to be playing a lot of spells, so that's good. Radiant Volley is a 1-cost deal 1 to a unit burst. It's going to come with hand sensor, grant the top ally in your deck +1/+1. Star of Discovery, your 2+ cost spells you acquire have Mana Potion, Tears of the Goddess, or Chalice of Harmony. So that means all your spells are going to be very inexpensive. Star of Wonder, Solar Snare has Charging Sigil 1, so it just does, it's going to do 2 damage to 3 things for 3 mana. It's pretty good, and it increases in damage every time you play it. And then of course you have gemstone powers, which aren't real. I totally skipped over the fact that this is kind of like a mini Swain effect for a 3-star. When you kill a unit with a spell, deal 2 to all enemies and the enemy nexus. Not quite as good as Swain, who just straight up cleaves, but I mean, you're doing free damage, which is good, except against Lysandra when she has I Am Inevitable, in which case that would be very bad. But aside from that, I think I'm really excited. I love Spellburn champions. So you have your 1-star, 2-star, 3-star. Your 4-star is up here. It blocks out your Star of Legends and some gemstone powers. The focusing crystal on your supports is blocked out by your 4-star, which we don't like. The rest of your stars seem to be in a good place. And then you have your 5-star, which blocks your 6-star, and then Celestial Legends is blocked by either the 5 or 6-star. I rate this like a B. Maybe it's a C. It's not egregious, because you can get to the 5-star without going through the 4-star. So yeah, I would say this is like a B for accessibility. Not perfect. Not as good as Thresh for sure, but still pretty accessible. And then we can actually look at the card itself. Mel is your spells targeting enemies have overwhelm. That's so good. When I'm summoned or attack, create, or allies attack, you don't even have to attack. Create a radiant volley in hand, and you level up when you played 3 different spells twice. And Mel is a 3 cost, 3/3, Noxus, and P&Z. So if you do want to do challenges with Mel, I mean, Noxus and P&Z are both overfull with good champions, so it probably won't matter too much. Like, you wouldn't burn a slot here, because you could play like Jinx or Swain, or LeBlanc, or Ambessa, or Victor. Like, there's so many good P&Z and Noxus champions. But pay attention to that when you are doing those adventures trying to fulfill requirements. Make sure that she's going to be filling the one that you're looking to fill. This is true for all of the dual slot champions, and she does seem to level up with Noxus relics, which, or Noxus currency, which makes me a little sad because I have a ton of P&Z currency and I don't have a ton of Noxus currency. Maybe? It's a star crystal. Doesn't say which star crystal. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely Noxus because I have like 6 P&Z. I'm definitely gonna get her to 6-star. I think it's gonna be a blast. I got lost. She has new cards. Her Blessed is a 1-cost 1/1 with Last Breath, refill 2 spell mana. That's cool. You can just play it and it kind of gains value. Sort of like the Academy guy. What is his name? He's in Jinx's deck. Eager Apprentice. The Eager Apprentice you play for 2 gives you 2 spell mana. Basically causes you to play. So it's going to have kind of the same issue, except I think it's a little bit benefit. So like you'll get a net 1 mana out of playing and killing Lust. Academy Prodigy. This is 2 cost 3/2 quick attack. That's fine, I guess. 3 cost or 3 power means you can block Fearsome, and quick attack is actually pretty good, especially since you can play it with something like Solar Snare, where you can attack. The AI is dumb, doesn't know that you're going to use Solar Snare, then use that and do just like 1 or 2 extra damage, and then finish off a unit that blocks when they shouldn't. Ballistic Bot gives you Ignition. This deals 1 to the enemy Nexus every round, so you will be scaling that up every time you play it, and it'll play every round. Laura is a 3 cost 3/1, again can block Fearsome, and create an exact copy of a spell in hand. This will be really good with either Ballistic Bot or Warning Shots, or even something like Solar Snare or Rebuttal. Howling Gale is a 3 cost slow spell, deal 2 to a unit, increase my damage by 1 for each other card you've played up to 3 times. So it can be a 3 cost, deal 5. And of course you have Mel with Radiant Volley, which is deal 1 to a unit at burst, and again that can be boosted by playing it more times from copying it with Allura. That seems to be you're given enough tools here to play spells, 3 different spells twice. So you have Ballistic Bot with Ignition, you have Mel herself with Radiant Volley, you have Allura copying either Howling Gale or Solar Snare, and I'm obviously going to put Dreadway Chase Gun for Warning Shots on here, so that would be 3 spells pretty easily. And what does she do when she's leveled? Spells targeting enemies have Overwhelm. When I'm summoned or allies attack, create 2 Radiant Volleys in hand, so you'll just get even more value out of that. Solar Snare is a fast spell. Cost 3, deal 1 to a unit or the enemy Nexus, then another, then another. So this plays 3 times, or hits 3 targets. And then we have Funsmith, that will increase the damage of skills and spells by 1. And we have Rebuttal, deal damage to an enemy equal to its power. This will kill most units. Very nice. Wonder if this is impacted by the overwhelm as well. So let's say they have like a 100 power, 1 health unit, which happens, and you use rebuttal on it. Does the enemy nexus just die instantly? Perhaps? Perhaps. So these are things we'll have to try out. Sounds just really, really fun. Greater Cosmic Blessing. Alright. So, I guess I need to unlock her. I have no idea how long I've been muted for. Hopefully not that long. So it looks like for the whole time that I was looking at these adventures and talking about them, I've been muted. We'll go over it again and just, you know, skip the part. You already passed it. Skip the part where I was muted. Kraken adventure shouldn't be any problems at all. A special rule across all these adventures is teamwork. You can acquire champion star powers in this adventure. Some of those got filtered out into the regular game, but it's going to be more common here. And then you can get things, legendary powers as well, like there's 6-star abilities. And so, yeah. So, the Kraken Priestess should be pretty easy. It's a 1.5. Azure is, you know, hard to deal with, but he's only a 2.5, so it should be okay. When the foe attacks, they summon an attacking ephemeral copy of the weakest follower in their deck. So you'll just take extra damage. Might of Demacia, they just have Demacian Might 2, which is Garen's ability. When the foes strike, grant it +2/+2. Wrath of Zon. This one was a little bit complicated. The mid-boss, I think, is Ambessa, and then you have Warwick, and then there's like a boss afterwards. Yeah, I don't know. This special power is Both players created cards cost 1 less and deal 1 to their Nexus when played. Also don't know if they've changed any of these. I think they were going to, so my information may be outdated. We have Karma, which with spells and spells 2, round start, the foe draws a spell and refills their spell mana. This is just gives them a lot of mana to use and a lot of spells to play with. And we have Aurelion Sol, which is the same as Aurelion Sol normally, except it also has Deadly, so when the foe summons a unit, grant its stats equal to half its stats, rounded up, and the foe's spells and skills deal double damage, so all these champions are much more powerful than normal, even more powerful than in the Aurelion Sol adventure. I think there's some different champions from Aurelion Sol, like I think Lux is in there, where Lux normally is not. So this is what we have for the Arcane adventure. Yeah, should be fun. And we'll go over that. We'll do the 5 point, maybe 4.5, 5.5, and 6.5 over time with 3-star and no epic relics. Probably like 1 a day would be the goal, but we'll see exactly how that works out. I might take breaks in between because it is a permanent feature, which means we don't have to rush it out by any time span. And as we like to do, we'll do a run with a new champion against Thresh, just to play it out, see how it feels. I think she's going to be much better with relics, so not having relics is going to be less good. I think taking Bouncing Blades should be great, because Bouncing Blades will be a card you can play every round, so every round is going to increase in damage. I think that's, generally speaking, just going to be one of her better powers. And Spiderlings is the hardest adventure. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this here, and we're gonna go deal 1 to the enemy Nexus to start scaling, and now it does 2. Drop Ballistic Bot, we're gonna scale that as well. Same deal here. Gonna take probably like 5 damage next round. I drop Mel, I'll get a Radiant Volley that steals 1 to a unit. Our spells overwhelm, right? Not only do they overwhelm, but they, when you kill a unit, deal 2 to all enemies in the enemy nexus. So I think I forgot that was a thing, but presumably we can, like, let's say, I want to find the most cost-effective way to do this. I think it's just Blade's Edge. We Blade's Edge that, and all these units will die, and the Nexus will take 2. Which is incredible. We could drop Funsmith, and that would increase the damage of our spells. I don't think we need to do that. Let's get Mel on the board so we can see what that feels like. And we're going to Radiant Volley here. That'll do more damage overall than if we attacked the Vile Maw. And we're just growing our spells. And then when any unit attacks, we'll create a Radiant Volley. Normally I wouldn't sacrifice this, but I just want that Radiant Volley. I am curious how Rebuttal works with regards to, like, the enemy hit points. So with the Overwhelm, yeah, this does 6 damage. So it does 2 from the 3-star power, and then it does 4 from Rebuttal hitting the Vile Maw and overwhelming. And of course our Blade's Edge is now up to 5 damage. This champion is broken. Vile Feast attacks things, so we'll take it. I think we're gonna want spells. Like, I'm a little bit curious if we could just straight up go into Aurelion Sol and win. I think we want the shop. So normally you never go this way because you lose the game. And I think that's still probably true because we only have 20 hit points total. Really curious if we could just go into Aurelion Sol. I might do that. Yeah, let's go ahead and retire. So I think Thresh Adventure would have been no problem at all. We'll probably lose in Aurelion Sol. That would be my guess. Generally speaking, you can get to the end and then Aurelion Sol kills you because he's just strong. But I'm curious how far we can go. I think I do want the Blade's Edge power again, but we could get something like Duplicate, which would also be really good. So I don't find what I'm looking for here. I'm just going to go ahead and retire. Since Bouncing Blades is a common power, we can find it in the common pool when we restart. Here it is. And we didn't spend an extra reroll on it.
Well, okay.
This could end in disaster, just to be clear, but I think this seems really strong. Keep rebuttal. Oh, also I didn't look at the champion powers. So it looks like rebuttal's cost is reduced by hitting level 3. That's cool. And this one gets bounty board, which summons a unit, which is actually just even more value. The card's pretty good. Drop Mel here, make a Radiant Volley. We'll Radiant Volley. They might play another unit. They did not. I should have Blade's Edge to scale it up. I just simply forgot. I think we'll just block here if they attack. Yeah, they don't, so play Blade's Edge to scale it up. Play Blade's Edge to scale it up. And we have won the game. Bit of attack just for funsies. But we'll just Blade's Edge. Don't want to take Vagar. Take Tybulk. Vagar here would be nice, but there was not nice. Take Swain, I think the two will synergize pretty well. And I think Unyielding Determination is going to be easier than Power Overwhelming. You have to remember that I'm not level 20, so I'm not guaranteed to draw a champion. And drop this guy, and we'll scale up Blade's Edge. We'll get Allura down next round. With Blade's Edge scaled, we can do 2 damage and kill these units. When Mel is summoned, we get a Radiant Volley. And we'll just clear the board again. Would have liked to have played the Ignition as well. Scaling. And when we attack, we get another Radiant Volley. Probably could have ordered my attack better and done a little bit more damage there. That guy is large. This pass here, if he attacks, we rebuttal. Scale up ignition. Blade's Edge. This is without relics. I love it. It's so good. Withering Mist? Sure. Having a way to heal isn't bad. Spells chest. I think we skip here. Champion item chest is probably better than Sparring Student. And Caitlyn is probably easier than Ezreal.
I'm on the case.
Not sure why I kept this. Not sure this is a good keep, but it's fine, I guess. If I play Mel, she's probably gonna die to flash bomb traps. You can hold the mana and kill Caitlyn with rebuttal.
Long shot.
So let's start by doing this.
Let's investigate.
And rebuttal. Ballistic Bot's certainly gonna die, but we might get an ignition out of it. Could play Mel as well and kind of force the Ballistic Bot to die. I don't know if that's the best idea. I'm gonna drop Mel here.
We'll notify patrol to close in on this location.
We'll prepare them a nice welcome.
When they attack. I'm actually curious how much damage this does. So this counts as killing twice? Why do we do 5 damage? Kells 1 deals 2 to everything. Kills the other one, does 2 to everything. Shouldn't that be 4 damage? Kill you with a spell, deal 2 to all enemies in the enemy nexus. I don't understand why this is 5 damage. I still don't understand. Also, I shouldn't have played that. My kill is also doing 3 damage. Do I have a power I don't know about? I'm so lost. It's fine.
Do not test me.
Lose Mel here, it's okay. This only does 2. Was having Mel on the board relevant? Oh, because my spells had Overwhelm. Okay, great, got it. I'm sure you watching figured that out and you were yelling at me, and that's okay.
Do not lose your composure.
Just give me some
I deserve it. We do 7 that way. We do 8 this way. This is so interesting. I only do 3 this way, but then also everything dies. We could also do something like this. And then this, actually opposite order. So rebuttal here, and then that, and then we win the game. Oh, I'm so excited. This is so much fun. Fatal Imitation might be okay. We would use the 2 decimates, but I think Lifesteal may be better. I actually didn't like any of those cards, but just comparing the two. Take draw spell seems correct. At the shop, always check for something good, but there's usually not. Sparring Student will give us a blocker, might help. We go into Gangplank with Duplicate, which is actually a little bit scary. Duplicate is always a little bit scary, but I think we'll be okay. We've been doing pretty well so far. Keep Howling Gale, we can use it to get rid of something. And we probably want Meltdown like as soon as possible. We're going to start with less though, so we have a blocker. And then scale up our Blade's Edge. Actually should have targeted the Powder Keg, would have done more damage and killed all of the units. So yeah, just overall would have been a better choice. I'm still learning, it's okay. Pass here. I thought they might use Make It Rain. Drop Mel here. Oh yeah, we're not letting that parlay go off. I mean, it'll still go off, but we can take 1 damage instead of 7. So attack here is fine. We do need to kill all of these guys before they attack us, or we're probably dead. So let's think about how to do that. And actually getting Swain on the board gives us the ability to stun, which should help. Okay, deal 1 to a unit, or the enemy nexus, and another. And then this needs to happen first, because we're gonna Blade's Edge here. That'll do 4. We'll kill everything. 1, 1, what? Something like that. We do have to block here. Finish the Nexus. Iceborne might give us some protection against Swain, or not Swain, Aurelion Sol at the end. Fuse is lit sounds great. That sounds really good. Fiora with mana or Karma with unstable inventory. Karma with unstable inventory is actually crazy. So I don't think we want to do that. Although we do have a lot of control. I assume we want to go for the remove a card. Let's just do Fiora, I think it's a little bit safer. We had the level 20 power to draw a champion, I'd be less concerned. I think I just get rid of everything here. Maybe keeping rebuttal was correct.
I'm actually here.
Play Lest.
I'll do my best.
We just get rid of her. Because we're going to lose the Powder Keg anyway. We can pass, we'll drop Fiora. Capture Fiora. Attack. And I'm out of mana. Unfortunate. New Fiora. This isn't as much damage as it looks like. Because it's only 5 because of that. It'll drop down to 1. So I think we rebuttal and hope they don't have another Fiora.
Strength and grace. Beauty display. Left foot, left foot.
Let's get the ballistic bot down. It only does 3. Have I not been scaling it? I think the powder keg's just not processing. Can't really attack here.
Raise the banner. Lift our spirits.
Focus. Do not lose your composure.
Crazy. I think built over maybe a little better than Noxian Guillotine, though Noxian Guillotine does look kind of cool. I would rather... No, I think rather Ashe than Jhin, considering unstable inventory is a little easier than level up. So we could remove the card. I'm actually not sure what our bad cards are though. Also, have no levels, so low choices.
I'll lead the way.
Well, maybe Monastery only gives you 3 choices? I don't remember. This seems fun. We're not really gonna get attacks in. Guys, we're gonna be frostbitten forever.
Nothing escapes my watch.
I think I'm just gonna take... I'll just block. Maybe blocking was wrong, because Ashe will attack eventually, and being able to block Ashe would have been good. Drop a Funsmith. Here's Ashe. We do need to get rid of her eventually. And since a new Ashe can come out, I'm just gonna hesitate and wait for the attack.
Barbarossa, guide me.
Oh, she doubled, so... possibly incorrect here. This is 4 and 6, should be enough. Yeah, we don't die. Drop another Funsmith.
But it is exactly awesome.
Drop Swain. This will stun. That sucks. I really wanted that attack. I'm doing it anyway.
Bring me the calm of an ice-shrouded world.
Does 9 now? And get a couple hit points back. We lose our Swain.
Safety.
Probably fine.
Didn't build one.
The frost reveals all to me.
Faster than
That
my
bulk
arrow.
increases
Think not.
spells, damage. Actually, if I rebuttaled, I think I won the game there. May as well get rid of this guy too. And we'll attack here. And we're good. Yeah, excited seems like the right thing to do. Oh, this pokey stick. Take arm gear heads for blockers. I think we take the pokey stick. I think we take it all the times. Because the more copies we have, the more we can play it, and Pyromantic Wake should scale. I'm tempted to go Katarina. Katarina, this might be a mistake. Katarina's very hard, but if we can keep her controlled, then that would be really good, and I won't die. Let's see what happens.
Never play fair.
That'll do 3. This also does 3? That's 5. I'm so lost. Whatever, we'll play this and see what happens. Okay, great. So, I think we just attack here. They choose to lose Katarina, I'm totally happy with that. Probably play new Katarina, that's fine.
It's just an
Trade Blades Edges. And we're basically amazing now. Rebuttal would have been better. I just don't think of Rebuttal as a spell yet. And as soon as I get that in my head, I'll be better at this game. I think we just hold that. I don't want to get rid of my cards right now. Drop Swain, they can't attack with Katarina even if they play her. Sure, take a stun, not a big deal. Heal 5.
I don't carry change. By all means, get in my way.
I'm gonna see what they do.
Never play fair.
Shouldn't have waited to see what they do. So we're gonna kill Katarina with, I'm gonna say with Rebuttal, but I think Blade's Edge is actually better here. That'll give me the mana to play Solar Snare. And I think I'm fine just dropping this now. We're at full life, so don't need to play the Sentinel, but we could have. This will end up being free, so it's fine. Let's say add 4 copies. Yeah, it's still free, so it's fine. Our worst card, maybe Tibulk.
Pleased to meet you.
Lulu should be fine, as long as we just keep scaling Blade's Edge. I'll go ahead and see if I can get 2 mana out of that.
Like magic?
Don't mind if I do.
Ideally, we would like to do 3 damage here, but doesn't appear to be an option. I think we're fine to kill Lulu. And then we can attack. Need board space anyway, it doesn't matter if we lose a couple units.
Whoever here is. I see someone's been practicing their adorable spells, just like you showed me, Lulu. Chop, choppity!
Rebuttal here for a little bit of extra damage. Oh, our spells don't have Overwhelm because Mel's not on the board. So that didn't actually do anything.
Off we go! Roll down!
And I think they have Unyielding Determination. Yeah, so we're gonna have to kill them twice.
Wait, wait the five! I tried. You did.
Got a bunch of ballistic bots on board. Means we can scale ignition faster. Okay, so we played one Pokey Stick, so it goes up to 3 damage, and Pyromantic Wake should go up to 4, so this should do 7. Does 8. Sure.
There's nothing as good.
I guess I skilled it twice? I don't know how anything works. Very clearly. I think I had a fun smith on the board. I will take heal. Might need it. Looking for like a mana power here. We don't find anything. Can take Fixer Upper, it's fine. Go into Darius.
Now I pack a punch. We fill it. See? This is progress. Evolve. Nothing can stop me.
Capture here.
Will answer for all that they
And then Blade's Edge.
Now I pack a punch. And punch.
Okay.
Left foot, left foot. See? This is progress.
another malefactor
Don't know that we want to be applying Gloom instead of killing units, but it's still the best card, so. Sure.
I like you.
Jinx with level up might be problematic, we'll see. Can we keep Emperor's Prosperity? Actually Solar Snare too. Yeah, I didn't want 2 Emperor's Prosperities, but
Don't want to die? Don't do terrible
yeah, see, we are starting with Akshan. This does 3 damage. All my units are gonna die when they attack.
Rules are made to be broken. Like buildings or people.
See? This is progress.
Idiots!
I'll hold that. Oh. You're in a very good spot. Drop ballistic bot to start scaling. I guess I can attack because of domination. It's not a good attack though. I don't want to drop Mel because I don't want to capture. I think I play Ignition here. Now I can kill. Maybe could have waited for Flame Chompers to come down. And I did not save enough mana to play Mel. Sometimes. That's scary. Could just eat him.
The Arcane is
Seems good. Scale Ignition.
do not lose your composure.
Get an attack. Double up on Swain because we're not forced to draw champions, so it doesn't dilute the pool anyway, and Swain's a good card. Start with Mel, that's great. I think we keep Howling Gale. We have to kill Draven every round. That... Get... okay, great. I think I open by attacking here. And if we're gonna Blade's Edge later, we may as well Blade's Edge now. They didn't attack, which is weird. I think this is safe. Only thing I'm worried about is bloody business.
I need just a moment. You're mine.
This is very fine. I don't know if he's gonna block this. Guess it doesn't matter. Get excited. Duplicate Aurelion Sol. So we probably lose here. But we made it to the end. That's exciting. Good job, us. Gonna play Double Dragons to start. Oh, Moondreamer. Actually better. I'm less afraid of that. Okay, Karma gives them triple spells. Just hit the Nexus. Infinite Mind Splitter, sure. Only costs 6.
The Arcane is at your fingertips.
I think I'm gonna attack here just to make a Radiant Volley. And I think we drop a Laura here to remove this unit. I need to start thinking about ways to not instantly die. This guy's the worst, man. He does have less health than power though, so
With grace. Come hither, you
I assume they're gonna attack at some point. Yeah.
Oh, you're in for it.
And I am out of mana. I can still do 4 damage.
impress me.
I'm out of mana, so that'll at least give me an attack here. Make 3 Radiant Volleys. That'll scale nicely. Aurelion Sol comes down. That's bad. Because I would like to get Swain down, but if I play it and then he just murders all my units, that's not going to be great. Alright, duplicates too.
Such majesty. See? This is progress. This, Focus. Do not lose your composure.
Don't mind if I do.
Pretty sure we lose here.
Flag.
Because he's definitely leveling.
I'm the forger of stars. I do love an audience.
Like a slight chance if I can get Swain down.
Victory awaits by my hand.
Oh no. Am I a fool? So I'll stun too, but not the unit we need to be stunned.
Steady is stagnant.
Yeah, that's it.
You dare try to take me?
I think I needed to hold the rebuttal and then use that in a correct way. And if I had done that, I would have won the game instead of playing Swain. But I didn't see rebuttal immediately, and so that kind of messed that up. But I mean, it's close. Overall, like, I could have won, I just didn't. So, Mel's pretty good, and we're level 16 without burning the Greater Cosmic Blessing, and she's gonna be even crazier with the Treadway Chase Cone, so yeah. Also Chemtech Duplicator? Oh, I'm so excited. We'll eventually see the build that I used to do a 5-star adventure. Probably do Viego, because Lysandra limits the amount of things you can do in a single round, and it feels like we're going to be able to do more than 3 things in a round. So that is all for me for now. Thank you for watching. This was a long one, but I hope you enjoyed. If you like what I'm doing, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.